Hey guys, I'm back.
Where the hell did you go?
Well, I've been a little busy. I got married, and I've been spending time with friends and family and just enjoying that moment. You know, marriage is very important and really want to take the time and not be distracted by anything else, YouTube included. So, and I also need to take my honeymoon.
I'm in London!
And I went to London and Edinburgh and had a great time. Ate some amazing food, saw all the sights, stood on truly sacred grounds, got locked in a dungeon, and then after my release I decided to do what any sensible person would do: play Magic the Gathering. My wife was truly elated. Yeah, I decided to play some Magic while I was in the UK. I stopped at a shop called Badger, met the host there, Lars, super great guy. If you're ever in the Greenwich area, I highly advise you to play Magic at Badger. I met some great people, met one of the musicians from The Empty Threats, Lenny, super great guy, talked to him for a while. Drafted, pulled some really cool pulls, pulled a Ral, Monsoon Mage, I pulled a Sapphire Medallion. I bought a pack before I left. When I got back to the hotel, I opened it, pulled an Ulamog the Defiler. Honestly, just a great day for Magic. Had a great experience drafting. All the drafters were super duper nice. And yeah, I've been gone for a while. I'm sorry, I hope you didn't miss me too much. But that's not what you came for the video for today. You came for some Secret Lair stuff, so let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about the Summer Secret Lair Superdrop 2024. We're going to talk about the value, we're going to talk about the cards just in general, and we're going to talk about those bonus cards because I'm noticing a trend and I kind of want to talk about it a little bit. Alright, first things first, when is the Superdrop going to be available? It's going to be available Monday, June 24th at 9 a.m. So if you want these things, you should probably be in there immediately, especially for something like that Hatsune Miku Secret Lair. There are 6 Secret Lairs, 2 Assassin's Creed ones, 1 Hatsune Miku one from the Not a Wolf guy, and 2 other Secret Lairs. We're going to jump into all of them. Alright, we'll start off with Secret Lair Assassin's Creed Da Vinci's Designs. Now this one comes with Blade of Selves, Conqueror's Flare, Dark Steel Plate, Death Render, and Whisper Silk Cloak. I think this is a fine Secret Lair. If you were looking for these equipment, I think these pieces are definitely going to be worth more than other versions of these cards. So if you are interested in these pieces of equipment, this might not be a bad Secret Lair to pick up in foil. We're going to talk about the non-foil and foil price. As a matter of fact, let's talk about the non-foil right now. So the non-foil price for these Secret Lairs in total, because I'm doing this in total, when looking at their lowest possible printings, is less than $100. That is 6 Secret Lairs, and if every Secret Lair is $40, which I believe they are for the foil versions, or $30 for the non-foil, you're looking at $180 for non-foil, $240 for foil. In non-foil, none of these Secret Lairs are worth it financially. I just want to get that out the way now. We're going to talk about the foil price a little bit more later, but in non-foil, unless you really want these cards in non-foil for some reason, would not advise. But yeah, the big standouts for this Secret Lair are going to be Whisper Silk Cloak and Blade of Selves. Those are Plating Commander all over the place. They are great Commander cards. I do think these are good includes. Dark Steel Plate's also pretty good. Conqueror's Flare is a weird include to me. Death Render's also weird include, but I guess they all do fit the aesthetic of Assassin's Creed, so that's kind of why they're there. Next is Secret Lair Assassin's Creed Lethal Legends. So these are going to be reskins of other legendary creatures we have, but with an Assassin's Creed character on top of them. So we've got Najila the Blade Blossom, Kelsian the Plague, Queen Marchesa, Ramses Assassin's Lord, and Admiral Beckett Brass. Now, Admiral Beckett Brass is very interesting to me as far as a reprint for the Secret Lair. We just had Admiral Beckett Brass reprinted, I believe it was the Ixalan, during the same time as the new Ixalan Secret Lair coming out. She just had a rainbow foil reprint in that standard set style, so it's weird to see her get reprinted again. Feels weird. The big card in this Secret Lair is going to be Najila the Blade Blossom. Again, we're going to talk about these prices momentarily, but she is the reason to get this if you want it, especially if you like this Assassin's Creed skin. Otherwise, the rest of the cards are kind of weird. Queen Marchesa gets reprinted relatively often. I'm not sure we've seen too many reprints of Kelsian the Plague or Ramses Assassin Lord, but I also don't think they're super sought after cards, so things to keep in mind. This is Secret Lair Hatsune Miku Digital Sensation. She comes with 6 cards: Diabolic Tutor, Court of Calling, Child of Alara, Song of Creation, Soul Ring, and Thespian Stage. Now, there are 2 cards, arguably 3, but probably 2 cards that this is going to be a very sought after Secret Lair for. That's going to be Court of Calling, Soul Ring, and Thespian Stage. I think the Child of Alara is cool. It feels like a weird reprint, but it is the 5-color commander we now have. So if you want to make a Hatsune Miku commander deck, we now have a really decent 5-color commander for her, called Miku Child of Song. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with Hatsune Miku. I did some research on her, but she really doesn't have background lore. I'm sure all of these extra characters and the extra art mean something, but I think they're all just other Vocaloid artists, so I don't know. But you get your 5-color commander for Hatsune Miku. Diabolic Tutor is a card that I do play in some decks. I do like to play Diabolic Tutor as my tutor if I'm going to run one, because it's more expensive. It causes me to not just have that super efficient tutor, so my lower power decks I can do things, still tutor, but I have to work for it a little bit. So cool card. I'm not super excited to see it here, but it's fine. Song of Creation, I mean, it is a decent card. If you are playing a teamer deck, it's fine. It probably slots in generally. The cards we want here obviously are going to be Court of Calling, Soul Ring, and Thespian Stage. Court of Calling sees play all over the place. Thespian Stage combos with Dark Depths, people love doing that, and also just kind of a sought after card. I'm pretty sure it sees play in Lotus Field and Pioneer, so there's that as well. And then Soul Ring, I mean, it's the Hatsune Miku Soul Ring. If there's one card people are going to want from this secret lair for the rest of days, it's the Hatsune Miku Soul Ring, so if you're going to buy it, you're buying it for that. We're going to talk about the bonus cards later. We don't know what they are yet, but we're going to talk about the history of bonus cards. I'm highly sussed on Hatsune Miku. We'll talk about that in a minute. Moving on, we'll go to Prince of Darkness. That is Prince of Darkness. Like you print something out, not Prince of Darkness, like the Prince of Darkness.
I'm Ozzy Osbourne, and I'm the Prince of Darkness.
This secret lair has Dictate of Erebos, Fecundity, Mayhem Devil, Moldavine Reclamation, and Prosh, Skyraider of Care. I think this is probably my favorite secret lair on its face. I really like the art style here, and I will actually play the majority of these cards. I'm currently rebuilding my Victus Asmati the Dire deck. I'm pretty sure I've said that in like several videos, but I promise I am actually rebuilding this. I'm actually rebuilding this deck, and at least 3 of these cards go in there. Dictate of Erebos, Mayhem Devil, and Prosh all go in there. Moldavine probably doesn't, Fecundity probably doesn't, but I still really like this art style, and I think this is going to be one of the more sought after secret lairs in the future, because the people who want these cards really want these cards, and this is a really unique art style. Featuring Not a Wolf. This is probably the most contentious secret lair. I've noticed that this secret lair, the Summer Superdrop, is not as contentious as the Spring one by a lot. A lot of people are saying the value is low and they don't really want it, but like as far as the card choices and the art style, people have not been complaining about this much, which I think is cool. This is the one that I've seen a little bit of flack on. This one has Averbook Caretaker, Beastmaster Ascension, Howl of the Night Pack, Second Harvest, Tovlar, Dire Overlord, and a regular human guy token, aka a wolf token. I actually really like this secret lair a lot. I don't necessarily want to build a wolf deck personally, but if I ever did, I would be glad I had these cards. This is another one I'm probably going to pick up. And saying all this, I'm probably just going to pick up like the bundle, honestly, for all the secret lairs, even though some I'm not super keen on or have a big use for. I still like them. This one in particular is really cool. It's very stylized. It just feels really good, and I really dig the art, especially on Howl of the Night Pack. That one just, I don't know, that one just really does it for me. Johannes Voss just does fantastic work generally. Honestly, they're all really good. This one just stands out to me a lot. Really cool secret lair. And it also comes with this really cool little blurb. I probably will read it at the end of the video. And the last secret lair, featuring Julie Bell. This one has Soul Warden, Shivan Dragon, Elves of Deep Shadow, Good Fortune Unicorn, and Coat of Arms. This one has some fantastic arts. I'm really glad we're doing the artist series thing still. It gives artists a chance to pick their favorite cards and just put the spin they've always wanted to put on cards onto these, into a secret lair. And I'm very into this one. Shivan Dragon has been very contentious. I like Shivan Dragon. It's a legendary creature. It's a legendary creature in the sense that it is iconic, not a legendary creature, but it's a creature of legend in Magic the Gathering that, it's a very important card, but I am tired of seeing it. I guess that's what I'm ultimately trying to say. I love the art. I think the art's fantastic, and I'm sure Julie Bell really wanted to draw her take on Shivan Dragon. I'm just tired of seeing this dragon. We see it all the time. It has no play anywhere, but I'm glad to have this really nice art. I'm glad this art exists. Otherwise, Soul Warden, great reprint. Elves of Deep Shadows, awesome reprint. Coat of Arms is a card that any typo deck is going to want. And then Good Fortune Unicorn is a card that exists that I am glad to see this beautiful art exist on. I don't think the card's I don't think it sees a lot of play, but it's cool. And yeah, those are the 6 secret lair drops that are coming out on this Monday. Let's talk about the financial value real quick. All right, I went ahead into Moxfield and took every card that has been announced for these secret lairs, put them in a Moxfield link, and I put them on foil. I went through it and found the lowest foil printing for every single card. Now, I want to say I did also look at the non-foil printing. I forgot to screenshot it before I swapped them all to foil. However, I will say it is less than $100 for everything in non-foil. Again, if you are looking at this financially, it's $180 for all 6 secret lairs in non-foil. So you're losing like $80 there. If you really like every piece of art in the secret lair, you know, more power to you. But honestly, it's not the best deal there. In foil, we're looking at like $213, which is much more reasonable for every card in the secret lair drop. A couple caveats. Well, first, that's $213 for $240 spent. So you're still losing there. It's still less value, but it's much closer. And honestly, we all know that some of these foils are going to spike in price drastically once they're no longer available for buying. And you go to like a SCG or TCG player and you try to buy them, and it's going to be like $25 for this Prosh, or you know, $15 for this Mayhem Double, because that sees play all over the place, things like that. So it's not really that scary to me personally. So when we're looking at the financial value of the secret lair, we really can't just like look at it as though the secret lair is worth $20 worth of cards. We know some of these are going to spike. So if you're looking at it financially, think about long term, not right now. Especially the secret lair with Nagila. We've seen the other Nagila printing in the Warhammer one that sells for, I think it's somewhere like $45 for the foil right now. So that pays for secret lair on its own. I don't know how much more people are going to care about the Assassin's Creed than the Warhammer one, or vice versa, but you know it's going to hold some amount of a premium. So don't stress the financial value too much on secret lairs. I never do, at least. I guess this isn't financial advice, but this is how I operate, and it works out okay. But yeah, looking at this financial value of this, I mean, Shivan Dragon's cheapest foil printing is like 27 cents. Of course it is, because there's a million printings of it. With something like Nagila's cheapest foil printing is still $10. Then we got Ramses. Its cheapest foil printing is like $6. I don't even think people play Ramses. Ammo Bracket Brass's cheapest printing is her last secret lair printing, the one we were talking about earlier. That's $7. Probably about where we can expect her to land. But Court of Calling, its cheapest foil printing is $450-ish. But we've seen other versions of Court of Calling be worth way more, and this is just a common art we see a lot. Whenever we get specialty arts for it, it ends up being way more. The big money card we all know is going to be a lot. The cheapest foil printing for a Soul Ring is like $275, but we know this is going to be worth way more. Soul Ring is played in literally every commander deck, and it's Hatsune Miku, which a lot of people care about. If you're looking at this financially, definitely consider that. I'll have the Summer Superdrop thing linked in the description if you want to individually look at each card and make a decision on your own. But all in all, there's not a secret lair. There's not one of these drops that isn't worth it financially. None of them even reach close to 40. So if you're looking at it financially, you know, that's where we're at, man. It just kind of is what it is. However, consider the long-term value. The other thing I wanted to talk about were bonus cards. Yeah, looking at something like the Secret Elish Norn, which was a bonus card. We did not know we were going to get this card when we bought the last secret lair drops. I did not get this card. I got some other pack-in bonus. I forget what it is. It was not the Secret Lair Storm. This one sold for 400. When it initially was announced, it was selling for like 900. It's been steadily going down, but its market's still like 724. You can buy some for like 400 now. You never know what your pack-in bonus card is, and I don't really love this practice. This FOMO, oh, you might get the Secret Lair Norn, or you might not, and then you kind of lose if you don't. You kind of feel like you lose. I don't know, it kind of feels bad, but you buy secret lairs based on what you can see, not the chance of them. But there's also stuff like this Mana Vault. You know, it's steadily been rising. It started at 500 and it's now looking about 1,000. The cheapest one you can buy is like 1,300. It just feels bad sometimes. And they did tell you about this one. I think that's the other thing that helps. They did actually tell you about this Mana Vault. But these bonus cards, these, you know, you don't know what you're going to get, what you're not going to get. It just feels bad when something like this does come out and you find out you could have gotten this $1,400 card versus the, I don't know, the 30-cent card that you got otherwise. The one I'm thinking about the most is Encore Electromancer, aka Snapcaster Mage, which came with the Hatsune Miku Superdrop. I don't know what the distribution for this was like. I don't know who actually got this. I know it was people who bought the Hatsune Miku drop, but I don't know how often this actually showed up in packs, because I've never seen anyone say they pulled it. I know quite a few people who bought the Hatsune Miku drops, and none of them pulled it. They all got the Elvish Mystic like I did. I got 2 of them. It just feels weird, but this is another one of those points where now that this bonus card is worth so much, I had to complete my Hatsune Miku collection, which I will be doing. I need to now go fork out who knows how much for the Encore Electromancer, because it has no price data and nobody's sold any. Practices like this kind of hurt us a little bit. The forced FOMO. Now, oh look, you could have got this in the Snapcaster Mage only. We bought more Hatsune Miku. And it feels really bad, especially when the secret lair is otherwise pretty lackluster. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say on this Superdrop. They come out Monday. If you want it, be there at 9 a.m. There's not going to be a lot, especially the Hatsune Miku. That one sold out in the first day. Whatever the bonus card is, you'll also want to be there if you want to get it. Don't think about it, and I hate saying that because it doesn't feel very good. But if you want whatever the bonus card is, you have to buy it immediately because that sells out again in moments. I'll be back to talk about Assassin's Creed very soon. It's a lot to get through, and I'm not the most knowledgeable on Assassin's Creed, so I'm currently like doing research on that. I guess we can make the Hatsune Miku commander deck now with Child of Alara. Every card can fit in her because Child of Alara is a 5-color commander. I guess I'll get started on that too. Don't know when that's happening. If you want to hear me talk more about my Magic playing in the UK, I did plan on making a video about that specifically, but I've kind of backed off of it. I don't think that this channel really cares about that, but if you do want to hear more about my Magic in the UK, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely talk about that, make a dedicated video. And yeah, stay tuned for more Universes Beyond. I'm Courier6 of the Kaladesh Express, your #1 source for Universes Beyond, and I'll see you soon. Later.